Hello United fans, welcome to the United Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates and transfer stories straight from Old Trafford. Toby Collier became Manchester United's 251st Academy graduate to roll off Old Trafford's fabled production line when he made his senior debut in August. Collier got his first taste of senior action when he replaced Kobbie Mainoo in the Community Shield defeat to Manchester City at Wembley. The midfielder had been knocking loudly on the first-team door, and Erik Ten Hag handed him his Premier League debut when he replaced the hapless Casemiro at half-time in the 3-0 mauling at Old Trafford by Liverpool. Collier made his full United debut a couple of weeks later in the Carabao Cup against Barnsley at left-back. Collier, who turned 21 this month, caught Ruben Amorim's eye after returning from injury and has come off the bench in United's last 3 games. United are well known for bringing young players through, and they have boasted at least one academy player in every matchday squad since 1937. However, the Worthing-born Collier initially shone with Brighton before moving to Old Trafford nearly 3 years ago. He developed with Brighton's under-12s before making his under-18 debut at 15 and his under-23 one at 17. He turned down the offer of a contract with the Seagulls to join United on a 3.5-year deal just after his 18th birthday in March 2022. The rules were changed to allow him to count as an academy product, and United could have a midfield talent on their hands. Physically strong, the right-footed Collier is a holding midfielder who likes to play a pass and dribble. Amorim hopes to dip him and out of the team, and he will find it hard to make many starts this season with Mainoo, another academy graduate, Manuel Ugarte, Casemiro and Christian Eriksen all ahead of him. It is interesting that Amorim did not want to send him out on loan for the remainder of this season, and he clearly sees him as part of his first-team squad. Collier has been capped at under-16 and under-17 levels by England and received his first under-20 call-up in October. However, he still has much work to do to make it at Old Trafford, and many other young players flopped after breaking through, such as Brandon Williams, Adnan Januzaj, James Wilson, Ravel Morrison and Fabian Brandy. It makes it harder that United are such a mess, and it would be easier for him to establish himself at a more stable club. Still, he feels he is in the right place and says he is learning every day from his more experienced teammates. "I can't put it into words how grateful I am," he told the club's matchday programme, United Review. "Without them, I wouldn't be able to reach the level I've got to at the minute. I think as much as I've done hard work, they've worked hard with me as well to help me and give me tips, like I've said previously. It's massive for me. You learn so much, just little things. Them speaking to you during the game about your positioning or certain things to look for when you get the ball, certain areas to pick up. Everyone in the group is really massive for my development, and they've all helped me improve so much already." French giants Marseille are set to offer Marcus Rashford a route out of Manchester United and the chance to reunite with former teammate Mason Greenwood. Rashford, 27, only has until Monday, February 3rd to find an escape route from Old Trafford, having revealed last month that he's ready for a new challenge. Although the forward would be prepared to stay and fight for his place under Ruben Amorim, he's clearly out of favour, having missed United's last 9 matches. AC Milan were the front-runners a week ago, only for their interest in Kyle Walker to take priority. His dream next club, Barcelona, are yet to step up their interest, as they'd need to offload a player from Hansi Flick's squad in order to welcome Rashford. Borussia Dortmund and Monaco have also both made inquiries, but it appears that Rashford isn't keen. Now a fresh approach is on the table, with Marseille reportedly making contact with United chiefs to sound out a potential deal. French newspaper L'Équipe report that Marseille are interested in the 60-time England international, alongside Bayern Munich's Mathis Tel. Sporting director Mehdi Benatia is on the hunt for a new striker, with El Yawahi replacing Manchester City-bound Omar Marmoush at Eintracht Frankfurt. Rashford, in what would likely be a loan move, would see a few familiar faces in the south of France, including Greenwood. The 23-year-old joined Roberto De Zerbi's side in July following a season-long loan at Getafe. Greenwood was sold for an initial €27.6 million, €23 million, plus a further €4 million, €3.4 million, having last played for the Red Devils in January 2022. United's former academy prospect scored 3 goals in 4 games in December, earning him the League One Player of the Month award. His form, 12 goals and 3 assists in 18 league games, has fired Marseille to second in the table, 5 points above Lille, but 9 adrift of Paris Saint-Germain. Greenwood's current teammates include Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Neil Maupay, both on loan from Tottenham and Everton respectively. Rashford is keen to find a club in one of Europe's top 5 leagues, having snubbed 3 lucrative offers from Saudi Arabia earlier this month. Amorim was asked to provide an update on Rashford's situation following United's abysmal 3-1 defeat at home to Brighton. It is his choice not to play, the Red Devils boss claimed. I don't want to focus on this bad moment because in the games we lost, Rashford is not here. I don't want to put this moment on Rashford. Rashford is out of this moment because he is not playing. No matter what, I am not going to put out a player I don't believe is the best for the team. Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim is desperate for new signings after the dismal defeat to Brighton. The draw with leaders Liverpool, as well as wins over Arsenal and Southampton, suggested Amorim had finally found a formula for success. But an awful 3-1 loss at the hands of the Seagulls has sent him back to the drawing board. The 39-year-old claimed after the game that this is the worst United team in the club's history, a clear indication he believes new recruits are necessary. It appears he may well get his wish. As well as new recruits, United also need to move on the deadwood in their squad, a process that is finally getting underway. Here, Mirror Football rounds up all the latest Manchester United transfer news. Manchester United are closing in on making Lecce star Patrick Dorgu the first signing of Ruben Amorim's reign as manager. Left-back is one of the main areas that requires reinforcements this month. According to The Athletic, United have settled on Dorgu to be the man to fill that gap in their squad. Discussions have begun over the 20-year-old with talks progressing, though nothing has yet been agreed. Dorgu has earned 4 caps for Denmark and is seen as a player who would be suited to Amorim's preferred 3-4-2-1 formation. A potential complication is that he only signed a new contract in October. Dorgu is expected to be the first of several players to come through the entrance at Old Trafford this month. As United recruitment chiefs continue their push for new faces, scouts have been sent on a scouting mission to Portugal. According to Ojogo, United scouts were in attendance for Porto's defeat to Gil Vicente. It is understood to be the latest of several visits representatives of the Red Devils have watched the Portuguese giants. It is unknown who their main target was, with scouts from Southampton, Marseille, Bologna and Mallorca, all also present at the Estadio Cidade de Barcelos. Porto lost 3-1 and sacked their manager afterwards. Flop Antony is set to finally make an exit from United after an awful 2-year spell at Old Trafford. He was signed from Ajax in 2022 for £82 million, making him the most expensive player in the Eredivisie's history. But the Brazilian has failed to live up to his price tag and is now set to join Real Betis on loan. That is according to Revelo, who claim the La Liga side have accelerated negotiations for the winger, who has become their top target. Talks are said to have taken a step forward in recent days, with Antony having already agreed to the move. Betis are now waiting on final approval from United chiefs before the 24-year-old can travel to Spain for his medical and to complete his move. Manchester United winger Antony has had a unique penalty clause inserted into his loan deal at Real Betis if he does not play a certain number of games. Betis will give the Brazilian an escape route from his nightmare spell at Old Trafford after joining the club for £85 million in 2022. The former Ajax star has not justified his eye-watering price tag, scoring just 12 goals from 96 appearances and failing to start a single Premier League game this season under either Erik ten Hag or Ruben Amorim. He will now hope to resurrect his career with La Liga side Betis, though reports from Spain have claimed United have put a unique clause into his loan deal. According to Spanish outlet Relevo, United have agreed to let Betis pay less than 50% of his £200,000 a week wages, but they must play the 24-year-old in a certain amount of games, or they will have to pay a penalty fee. This would ensure Antony gets more game time in La Liga, increasing the likelihood of him performing well, which in turn could mean United have an easier task of selling him in the summer. It's not currently known how many games he would have to play to avoid Betis paying the penalty, and there is not believed to be an option to buy in the deal. Antony has only played in 14 of United's 33 games in all competitions and was left red-faced in the 3-1 win over basement boys Southampton last week after missing an open goal. Despite his gilt-edged miss against the Saints, Amorim said he performed well and insisted he did not want to lose any players in the January transfer window. Like I said, I want to keep my players. I'm focused on these players. I don't know what is going to happen this window. We'll see. But he did a good job versus Southampton. Antony is approaching 100 games for United after playing 96 matches so far. He featured heavily in this first season of 2022-23 under Erik Ten Hag, picking up 44 appearances in all competitions, but his game time has decreased with every season since.